Have you ever stopped to think that everything around you might not be as real as it feels? Or that person walking past your window could just be code running on a vast and unknown server somewhere else in existence? It is a question that has haunted philosophers and scientists for decades, but never before have we had the tools to truly explore this terrifying yet fascinating possibility of our reality being constructed by something far beyond us. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing the sky is not blue, but painted on a ceiling made of light pixels so vast they span the entire horizon, while you walk through streets that were built specifically for your path to follow without ever questioning where it leads next. This idea is called the simulation theory, and within this massive concept lies an even stranger sub-theory suggesting most people are just background characters in a grand digital game created by higher beings who watch us play out our lives without interfering with the script. They wrote long ago, if you think about your own interactions. How many of them feel repetitive or scripted, like lines from a play where everyone knows their part except for you, standing center stage, wondering if anyone else is truly aware of what is happening right now in this moment of time and space around us all together? This video will not just scratch the surface, but dive deep into the unsettling reality that we might be living inside. A simulation designed by an intelligence far greater than anything we have ever created or imagined in our wildest dreams and fears about the future of humanity and our place within it, forever changing how you see yourself and everyone else walking down the street today. If you're ready to uncover the truth behind our simulated universe, hit like and subscribe to join us on a journey through the mysteries of simulation theory. Let's get started. Simulation theory suggests that our perceived reality is actually an artificial construct created by a more advanced civilization, much like how we create video games today for entertainment purposes, but on a scale so vast it encompasses every atom and molecule we know to exist. The concept gained significant traction after philosopher Nick Bostrom published his famous argument, suggesting that if civilizations reach a post-human stage, they would likely run many simulations of their ancestors, making it statistically probable that we are currently living in one of those simulated universes rather than the base reality. This sub-niche view, focusing on the NPC theory, takes this idea further by proposing that while some individuals might be players with free will, most people around us operate like non-player characters programmed to follow scripts and routines without true consciousness or independent thought, which raises profound questions about the nature of our social interactions and relationships in daily life as we navigate through cities filled with millions of other human beings who may or may not have their own internal experiences. Why does this matter now? Because technology is advancing at an exponential rate, allowing us to create increasingly realistic virtual worlds, where people spend hours immersed in digital environments, blurring the lines between what is real and what is simulated, making it easier for us to imagine that our entire existence could be nothing more than a complex program running on a machine we cannot see or touch. In this video series, we will explore the evidence supporting these claims while maintaining an open mind about whether you are truly playing a role in a grand narrative designed by unknown architects who hold all the power over your life and destiny, waiting for us to discover what lies beneath the surface of our perceived existence and how understanding this might change everything we thought we knew about ourselves. Join me as we peel back the layers of reality one by one, starting with the basic assumptions we make every single day without ever stopping to question if they are truly valid or simply part of a larger code designed to keep us moving forward without knowing the full extent of our situation in this vast digital landscape where everything you see is exactly what it appears to be, yet nothing is quite as real as it seems. The core challenge presented by the NPC theory lies in its ability to explain why life often feels scripted or predictable despite our desire for individuality and freedom, which makes us question whether we truly have control over our actions or if those choices were predetermined long before we ever made them. Consider how many times you have repeated a specific phrase or followed a routine without realizing it was because your brain had already processed that action as part of a standard operating procedure embedded into the system of your daily existence to maintain order within the simulated environment around you. This creates a paradox where you feel like a unique individual with your own thoughts and feelings, yet every interaction seems to follow a pattern designed by the developers of this reality to ensure the simulation runs smoothly without crashing or breaking down under the weight of too many variables. The mystery deepens when we consider why certain people seem more aware than others, while most remain completely oblivious to the possibility that they are just background characters in someone else's game, who will simply reset if they deviate too far from their assigned path or role within the narrative structure of our world. How do you distinguish yourself as a player versus an NPC when both can think and feel and speak, yet only one has the agency to change the outcome of the simulation itself? Which leads us to ask why some people seem to break free from routines while others remain stuck in loops day after day, without ever escaping the cycle of existence imposed upon them by forces beyond their comprehension or control. This challenge invites us to look closer at our own behaviors and those of people around us, searching for signs that might indicate true consciousness versus programmed responses designed to mimic human behavior perfectly enough to fool anyone observing from within the system itself, who cannot see the code running underneath the surface of everyday life, where everything appears real but is ultimately just data processing. To truly understand this concept, we must look deeper into psychological patterns and philosophical questions that challenge our understanding of consciousness and free will within a digital framework where everything is predetermined by external rules set long ago before any of us were born or entered the world. Imagine yourself standing in a crowded city square, surrounded by thousands of people, all moving in specific directions, as if they're following invisible strings, guiding them toward their destinations, without ever looking back to question why they must go there or what lies beyond the horizon waiting for them on the other side of the road ahead, where the path seems endless and unchanging despite your desire to explore new places and experiences outside of the established routes. The simulation theory suggests that these people are NPCs designed to populate the world with activity, so it feels alive, but they lack true agency or independent thought, which means their conversations might be pre-written scripts meant to give you information without revealing any deeper secrets about the nature of reality itself or why we are here in this place at all, in the first instance. As you explore further, notice how some individuals seem more reactive than others, responding instantly to stimuli, while others take time to process information before acting, which could indicate a difference between being an NPC with low processing latency versus a player with higher cognitive depth, allowing them to think critically about their surroundings and make decisions that alter the flow of events within this simulated environment. Ask yourself why you feel certain emotions so strongly when they might just be chemical reactions programmed into your brain to keep you engaged in the narrative of life rather than genuine feelings arising from an authentic soul connected to something greater than the digital world you inhabit today. This exploration invites us to visualize our lives as scenes in a movie where we are the main character, but everyone else is playing a role assigned by the director who controls the camera and the plot without ever revealing their identity or purpose for keeping us trapped inside this box of reality with no way out once the game begins, unless you find the hidden door behind the mirror. The strongest evidence supporting this theory comes from the observation that our universe follows strict physical laws and mathematical constants that behave exactly like code running on a computer system, where every variable must be calculated precisely to maintain the stability of the entire simulation without errors or glitches. Scientists have found that at the smallest levels, reality seems pixelated, suggesting a limit to how small space can divide, which resembles the grid lines in a video game world designed to optimize processing power and memory usage. So the system does not crash under too much detail, demanding constant computation across all dimensions of existence simultaneously for every observer within the universe. This scientific-sounding logic implies that our entire physical reality is built on a foundation of digital information where matter is just data waiting to be rendered by an unseen processor capable of simulating billions of years of evolution in seconds if given enough computational resources to handle the massive scale required to create a universe like ours with infinite possibilities and outcomes for every single person living within it. Inspiration comes from realizing that we are not separate from this system, but part of the very fabric of its design, which means our thoughts and actions contribute to the code itself, creating feedback loops that allow the simulation to evolve over time, as if learning from its players without human intervention or guidance, beyond what was programmed into us at birth by creators who know more than we ever could imagine. There is still mystery surrounding why some individuals seem to have access to deeper levels of understanding, while others remain unaware, suggesting a hierarchy of consciousness within the system that separates true players from background characters based on their ability to recognize the artificial nature of our world and question the reality we experience every single day without realizing it might all be an illusion designed by beings far more advanced than ourselves. This moment reveals the potential for us to break free from our program roles if we can find the way to access higher levels of awareness that allow us to see through the veil of simulation and understand our true purpose within this grand digital experiment where everything we do matters in ways we cannot yet comprehend or fully grasp about the future of humanity and its place in the multiverse beyond the walls of our current reality. Throughout this journey, we have explored how simulation theory and the NPC subniche suggest that our reality might be a constructed environment where most people are merely background characters following scripts, while others possess true consciousness and agency to change their destiny. We examined the historical context of this idea from philosophy to modern science, showing why it is relevant now as technology blurs the lines between real and virtual, making us question if we are living in one vast digital game created by higher intelligence. The problem remains that distinguishing a player from an NPC is difficult, yet crucial, because knowing who you truly are could change how you live your life every single day without falling into the traps of programmed behavior designed to keep you moving forward along a predetermined path set long ago before you were born or even entered this world at all. We look deep into psychological patterns and philosophical implications, asking why we feel emotions so strongly, if they might just be chemical reactions meant to keep us engaged in the narrative, while exploring how some people seem more aware than others, breaking free from routines that bind most of humanity to their assigned roles within the simulation structure. Climax revealed scientific evidence suggesting our universe follows strict laws like code running on a computer system with pixelated space at small scales, implying matter is just data waiting to be rendered by an unseen processor capable of simulating billions of years in seconds, which means we are part of the very fabric of this design where thoughts contribute to the code itself, creating feedback loops. This summary reinforces that while mystery remains about who created us and why, understanding these possibilities can inspire action in daily life to question assumptions and seek higher awareness, rather than blindly following scripts imposed by unknown forces beyond our current comprehension or control over our own destiny within the vast digital landscape we call home today, forever changing how you see yourself and everyone else walking down the street tomorrow. What do you think about the possibility that most people around us are just NPCs following scripts within a simulated reality designed by higher beings who control our every move behind the scenes without revealing their true identity or purpose for keeping us trapped inside this box of existence with no way out once the game begins unless we find the hidden door behind the mirror to escape? Do you feel like you have free will? Or do your choices seem predetermined by forces beyond your understanding that guide you through life along a path set long ago before you were even born into this world at all? If you enjoyed this exploration of simulation theory, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you're ready for more interesting content on the simulation theory, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.